Yes, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and children of all ages, I want to thank y'all for tuning in, for people catching this live. I'm live again, y'all. I know I've been gone for a little minute, but guys and girls, I've been doing a little studying. But I want to say thank all the guys and girls and children of all ages for tuning in to the Investor Show. As always, this is your gracious host, the Prince of Investing, Prince Dykes, coming to you guys and girls live all the way from the beautiful state of Denver, Colorado. Don't forget to hit that like, subscribe, comment, and share button. And also, we're going to have a very good conversation, and we're going to do a roll call. Tell me where you're from as you're catching this particular live, right? So y'all give me 1 second. Let me grab my cup because I forgot the Investor Show mug. So y'all tell me where you're from. Do some comments, and at the 3-minute mark, we're going to do the announcements, or what, a roll call, not the announcements, but we're going to do the roll call. And after we do the roll call, we're going to get into what's going on in the market. We've seen some very interesting activity going on in the market today. We've seen stocks jump. We've seen consumer confidence is going down. What does consumer confidence, consumer sentiment mean? What does well, we should know what the jobs report, but we're going to go over the jobs report. We're going to talk about warrants. We're also going to look at Delta Airlines quarterly report. So y'all got some very good information coming on today that I think y'all going to love and enjoy, as always, right? So y'all give me a quick second. Y'all say hello to everybody, and I appreciate y'all, and I appreciate everything that you guys and girls are doing. So, all right, y'all give me 1 second. Let me grab my water. I'm back, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and children of all ages. As y'all come in, we're going to have a very good conversation about some pretty good things today. So, of course, I had to go grab my Investor Show cup, a cup that you guys and girls should be able to see down in the description box. Check out your own Investor Cup show. I know a lot of you guys and girls tell me when you read 10K reports, I'm telling you, ever since I started drinking out of the Investor Show mug, man, I understand 10Ks and 10 kilos so much better. So if you want to understand 10Ks and 10 kilos so much better, you got to do it with the Investor Show cup. Man, everything just tastes so much better out of it. But anyway, guys and girls, I want to say thank you. But tune in today. We're going to look at some very interesting topics. We're going to talk about consumer sentiment. What does that mean? The conference board. What does that mean? SEC filings. What does that mean? What are warrants? Did the federal government take a bet on Delta Airlines and airlines in general? So we're going to talk about all that great stuff with you guys and girls here soon. So, but first, let's jump into the roll call. We're at the 3-minute mark, and of course, at the 3-minute mark, it's time for the roll call. As soon as I can find it. So yeah, so we're going to jump straight into the roll call. Oh, I have my name on there. So 1 second, let me see who we got in here today. Michael, he said, "Good evening, Prince. All the best to you and yours. Here for the knowledge and the bars, financial bar." Definitely, we're gonna do that today. We're gonna have some very good stuff today. It's Friday. Kevin, feels like forever, Prince. How are you doing? The weekend is here. Yes, definitely, the weekend is here. I'm going to be doing this show. Then I'm a guest on another show. I'm going to be a guest on another show here in probably about an hour or so. So, but I want to do my show before I talk to you guys. I didn't want the weekend to come about. I might do a show this weekend just because I missed you guys. Also, John, he says, hello, what's going on? We got the silver lining from Staten Island. Okay. Wu-Tang. All right. Okay, I got you. Good afternoon from Staten Island. Nice. Michael, can't go without the mug. Exactly, right? I can't, man. I almost forgot the mug. How in the world can I talk about the Investor Show without the Investor mug? Woo! But y'all may ask where I've been. I just finished. I did an online course from Harvard. I did an online course from Harvard called Entrepreneurship or whatnot. Harvard has these online courses that they offer or whatnot. So I took for the last couple of weeks, I was taking an online course from Harvard in entrepreneurship, and I completed it. So I think I put my certificate up there. So I got a nice little certificate in all time. So yeah, appreciate it. Jordan said he's okay. Northern VA is in the house. Nice. Warren, what's going on? Warren from Oakland, stopping by to say hello. Cool. Edgar says hello everyone. Pity Pat from North Carolina, ready for some education and facts, straight facts. That's all we do, guys and girls. We got Emperor, the DJ Shadow. He said, "Good evening, Prince from Clearwater, Florida. I'm not sure whether or not if Plug Power is a good stock to purchase. Do you think Plug Power is a good stock? Defined as a good stock. We're gonna look into that. That's the first one we got. We're gonna look and see what is Plug Power. And thank you for tuning in from Clearwater, Florida. Okay. Hippie Heaven. Hello, Randy from Kansas City, Missouri. Okay, KCMO. I'm guessing that's what it means. Kansas City, Missouri. Pencil and pen ready. Okay, nice. Max B. Prince, could we touch on key ratios? Ooh, Max B, he really trying to go in today. Okay. Max B's from New Orleans. What's going on, Max B? How y'all doing? So yeah. Let's get into it, y'all. Let's talk about it. What we got going on today. Hold on, we got one that just came in. She says, good evening from Arkansas. I can't even say your name. Al Genera. Okay. All right, let's get into it, guys and girls. So the first thing, what's going on in the market? It's been a very crazy ride in the market that I really can't explain. We've seen the market go up today. We've seen unemployment hits 25 million in jobless claims. We also see people, jobless claims hit 25 million. After jobs claims hit 25 million, we also see that the stock market is going up, even though jobless claims are going up, even though real estate is not looking too good. We don't know when America is going to open back up. We got Georgia talking about opening back up. So very weary times. So it looks like all the leading indicators are pointing down that we're supposed to be going into a recession followed by a depression. But I don't know. The market's not seeing that. So since the market's not saying that, we got to roll with the market. So consumer confidence, right? And consumer sentiment, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to talk about the reason why consumer sentiment is so important. We're going to look up the actual report. Consumer sentiment, y'all write this down for the people out there, write down the conference board. The consumer sentiment tells you how consumers feel about the market. So they're saying, yes, you know what? If they came out tomorrow and said, economy's back open, go back and have fun, right? And if people go to do that, people are kind of worried of how many people are going to run outside and just start, oh man, back at the restaurant, I'm back at the skating ring, I'm back at the mall, I'm out here shopping and everything like that or whatever, right? So how do consumers feel about what the coronavirus is going on? So that's very important. So we're going to look up that first report. We're going to look up at the consumer sentiment report here from the conference board. They are pretty recognizable, and you guys and girls need to read this particular report yourself. I'll give me 1 second, make sure we got it up. So I'm sharing my screen here. I'm gonna share my whole screen. I don't even want y'all to see my face because y'all don't need to see me. So we're looking at consumer sentiment, right? So here are all the press releases from the conference board. This is the conferenceboard.org, right? So the first thing this is going to do, the conference board teaches you the leading indicators. So the leading economical indicators, right? So leading economic indicators, you got the consumer confidence. So right here, you're going to be able to see, right here to tell you in March 31st, the Consumer Confidence Board, the Consumer Confidence Index decline, right? And what this is pretty much telling you is that, here in March, it's telling you, boom, consumer confidence declined sharply in March due to the deterioration of the short-term outlook. Pretty much what they're saying. The president of the situational index, recent surge in unemployment claims. So they're looking at, what we already know. Big unemployment, people are uncertain about what's going on in the markets. We're seeing the stock market go up and down. So consumers are not very confident. And when consumers are not confident, they don't buy. And when consumers don't buy, that means companies don't make profits. So people are not looking at, consumer confidence, right? That's a big one. Another we have here is leading economical indicators. Leading economical indicators that will tell you exactly where your economy is projected to go, right? So the latest report was put out here on April 17th, which about a week ago or whatnot, and all the indicators are pretty much pointing down that the economy is supposed to be going down, things like that, right? So when you're seeing all this going on, then we already saw unemployment too. When we saw unemployment too, we got to ask ourselves the question of when we see unemployment doing the same thing. I don't need to see that. Y'all getting back to here. So when you see unemployment doing the same thing, now you got to be worried about what's going on with the market. So the sentiment is not there. People looking at corporate earnings are starting to roll in, Delta's starting to roll in, all of the good stuff. So anyway, that's what consumer sentiment is. That's what the leading indicator is. That's on the conferenceboard.org. So write that down, the conferenceboard.org. Now the next thing, okay, let's get in here from Arkansas. We got Bitcoin. Bitcoin success. I believe Amazon and Netflix are going to be the only stocks pushing the S&P. Thoughts? No, you got Amazon, you got Netflix, you got Facebook. Facebook is definitely benefiting from this. People being at home, you're going to get more people on social media, more people going to be engaging with social media or whatnot. So that's another one. I'll give 1 second. Sure. All right. So now let's get back into it. Let's look into the first one that I forgot who asked about that. Somebody asked about a particular company. I want to make sure I go in order. All right, we're gonna look at a particular company together, y'all. Somebody asked about it. Where is it? Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Okay, yeah, there we go, right here. Okay, he's asking about Imperial DJ Shadow. He's asking about Good Evening Prince from Clearwater, Florida. He's asking about the what's this company called? Plug Power. Plug Power. Let me see what the stock symbol is for Plug Power. Okay. Make sure we got something here. I'll give me 1 second. Plug Power. Let's see what Plug Power is. I'm finding the stock symbol. I don't know why my microphone is acting up today. I'm pretty sure Emperor the DJ Shadow. Y'all give me 1 second. Let me fix my 1 second. There we go. Let me pull that up. I should already have Yahoo pulled up, huh? So we're gonna go to Yahoo Finance and we're gonna look up Plug Power. I already looked up on my phone. Let's see here. All right, guys and girls, we're here on Yahoo Finance. That's our friend there, Andy Sorey, editor in chief. So here we are on Yahoo Finance, right? Now let's look up Plug Power. Plug. That's the stock symbol. Plug. We're on Yahoo Finance, ladies and gentlemen. So as we can see here, Plug Power costs $4.41. The first thing I look at Plug Power, y'all already know what I'm going to look at. We're looking right here. Look at the PE ratio. This is an unprofitable company. So let's look at what this company kind of does. Okay, it's an electrical company. It's an electrical company based out of New York City. Not New York City, but Latham, New York, wherever that is. I'm not sure. And it has a website. So this is the first thing I'm going to look at. So for the people that really tune into the show that watch me, they already know when I look at a company like this, no PE ratio, that means the company's unprofitable. The company's not profitable, that's not going to be a company I'm going to deal with. Why? Use common sense, right? An unprofitable company is not a company I'm going to deal with, right? Because as I look at this, I'm pretty sure if you do your research and you look into this particular company, you'll find somebody in the industry that's profitable and that's doing better financially. So you take a quick look at their finances. I'm not going to dive deep into it, but okay, not too much debt on hand. But if we look at the income statement, their income is a negative 85. You see that, right? Negative 85,000. Now, I don't know if they put this in millions. They didn't dictate that it was in millions, but let's say if it was 85,000, right? So when I look at a company like this, it's automatically no. Company's not earning money. Company's not making money. Not a place I'm going to go. And the reason why I look at that, that's because I'm looking at that particular company, right? And that's automatically going to tell me that this company is not making money. If the company's not making money, I'm pretty sure if you did research, you will find other companies that are making money. So that company is a no-go for me. Let's see who else we got here. All right. All right. So Max B asked me, he said, Prince, would you touch on some key ratios? Okay, man. I got some ratios written down. Debt to income ratio. You got debt to income ratio. You have the man, so many of them. I got to do a whole nother show on that key ratio because you got debt to income ratio, you got shareholders equity, you got cash flow ratios, current ratios. It's a I want to say it's a good bit of key ratios out there. And what these ratios are so important because these ratios tell you this is how you can compare one company to another one using the growth. So I can see Microsoft and I can see Apple. Both of them are making money. Both of them had their revenue was growing. But who has the most revenue growth? So how can I tell who has the most revenue growth? Is that I can look at their right? I can look directly at their I can look directly at their I can look directly at a formula, right? Using the growth formula. I don't know why I'm spotty today, but you can look directly at the growth formula and use that growth formula to tell who's growing more. So that's why ratios are important because even though a company may make less, they may make more. Y'all give me 1 second. I have my key ratio. I got a couple key ratios written down on my wall that I'm going to pull down off my wall to show you guys. So we're going to get a little bit to it. Y'all give me 1 second. So here are a couple key ratios. Annual growth rate. Y'all can see this, right? It's a couple ratios I got written down. You got annual growth rate, the compound annual growth rate year over year, return on assets. So return on assets, you are pretty much taking the you're pretty much getting the earnings per share. Dividing the net earnings by the why I didn't finish it off. But anyway, you had a growth rate, the annual growth rate, you're taking the final balance, beginning balance, divided by 1/4 of the year. I got to do a whole nother video on that one, on all of the different ratios that I got written down here. So, there's a couple key ratios. That'd probably be a whole nother separate video for me to talk about and get that through my head or whatnot. So yeah, that's a good one with ratios, and that's smart that you're asking about the ratios too. 1 second, let me readjust myself. So anyway, that's how that goes. 1 second here. 1 second. Okay, there we go. Who else we got in here? All righty. Let me see. So Bitcoin success is pretty much saying that okay, she's saying, have you heard about 5G? Yes, of course. Not real big onto the 5G stocks. Definitely heard about it. Doing a lot of research these days. P Money, what's going on, Harloom? He said those candles end of the day clap my futures contracts. Okay, because we seen a big run up in the market at the end of the day, JBiz. Another thing I want to get into is this is the next topic I want to get into with y'all. How the government took a bet. The government has $6.5 million worth of warranties, right? I did a video on this, but I'm gonna show you guys this live. You know what I mean? Luminant Wind says current stock market is pure fantasy. Yeah, I can see that with everything that's going on right now. Everybody's expecting another dip. People are expecting recession, depression. But right now I don't know why it's going up. I mean, I can't really say why. Um, I mean, I know why, because money is flowing in, people are buying it, but it's not turning around off of it. Harlem Financials. You know what? We're gonna do a tad bit digging today. I'm on one today. So Harlem Financial says, Prince, talk to me about IBM real quick. Quick thoughts. Well, think about it. In order for me to give you an opinion on IBM, you know what? Since we got a good day, we're going to look at not the stock market. We're going to look at IBM compared to Apple or Microsoft. What do y'all want to compare IBM to? IBM to Apple or Microsoft? Because the question is, I'm not saying IBM is a bad company or a bad stock. My question is there a better option out there? And if there's a better option out there, guess what? I'm going to use a better option. Right? You guys and girls get what I'm saying? So ask me which one, Harlem Financials. I'm not going to look at it. I don't look at a company like, oh, you're good or bad. I got to compare you to what else is out there. You're only good as your competition, right? If you got a crappy service, nobody's going to use you, right? So for prime example, what else is out there that I had to compare it to? So if I look at IBM, I'm already pretty sure they're a profitable company. But how do they stand up against a Microsoft? How do they stand up against an Apple? Those are the two first companies I come to think of when I think of IBM, right? He said everybody's home trading their stimulus checks. Oh my goodness. Tuesday said is investing into 3,000, investing 3,000 to an index fund a smart start. How much money do you have? Is 3,000 all the money you got? Is that a part of the money you got? How much you got? And what are your goals? Are you long term or are you short term? That's a pretty loaded question I got to ask you. Right? So Luminant Wind says entire stock market is currently 80% overvalued. Some people will say that because of due to earnings, right? Especially the situation we're in right now, with all the stimulus checks going on. It's a very weird time, I would say. Kevin says so many indicators pointing to a recession. Federal government is the only thing that has going for it, but the feds can't keep printing money forever. Gold. So he's just saying pretty much the government's coming out with, we just had another, I didn't get into the new stimulus package. We did a whole nother stimulus package. So the airlines got a stimulus package. They did 500 billion to small businesses. Then they just did like another 434 just for another small business thing. So they're writing those checks. But what do you guys think about Delta? Right? This is a smart thing. They're not giving out that money for free. We're going to look into that too. We're going to talk about that. We're going to get into that. I know I keep saying we're going to get into it, but we are. Now we're going to look into, let's look at this Kate. NMF. KNAMF stock. I don't even see that one. What is K? Did you spell that right? They got KNAUF. Make sure I'm spelling it right. KNAMF. Do you mean Bat Batman 2? I see a K. Let me try to look it up anyway. Oh, it is there. Okay. So this is a we'll look at that one together then. You got it right. It is there. I was typing it in wrong, I guess. Let me share my screen. All right. So the first thing I look at when I see this company right here, I go to their finances. Let's look at the profile of the company. See what type of company this is. All right. This is a communications. It's in a communication service, electronic gaming. So this is an electronic gaming company. We're gonna do something real quick. Let's look at the finances of this particular company. Let's look at the finances of this company. So right here, we have, let's say here, has a gross revenue of 10. Okay, pretty nice growth, 226 million. Gross profit, net income of 34 million a year. Net income is actually growing. Total assets of 378 million. Current liabilities of one. Okay, 274, 275 million. All right. All right. Hmm. So looking at it, now the first thing I'll look at and say, okay, this company here, the think of, a company I could think of right off the top of my head is EA Sports. So this company here has a net income of 34 million, right? Has a net income of 2019, 34 million. So, okay. Cutting down his debt, long-term debt, 9.8 million in debt. Current debt has a current debt of 10 million. So, okay, this company owes 10 million in debt, current debt. But okay, this company owes 10 million in current debt, but when I look at the current assets of 207 million, that ain't bad. So it's good at managing his debt. It has a nice little stockpile. Not too bad, but I kind of look at it a quick glimpse. So now let's look at a company like EA. So EA is way more expensive, but we don't care about a stock being expensive if it's coming with quality. So let's look at the company overview profile. It's in the exact same space, right? So we're looking at electronic arts. We could do take two, but let's look at this particular company. Let's look at the finances. Now we're looking at the net income over here. So as you can see, the net income is a whole lot lower here. It's 1 million here versus over there. I didn't even write it down, but I think it was way higher on the net income side of the house. So this one has a net income of 1 million. Now the company we just looked at had a higher net income. So it's only making 1 million. Let's look at the balance sheet. $8 million, $3 million, $3 million in liabilities, total assets of 8.5. So it's 5 million in net worth. The other company was way bigger. So for prime example, just a quick glance, you can see that this company that we were just looking at is making more money than EA Sports, has a larger net access ratio. Just a quick glance. One is $29, one is $116. Now that would make me look a little bit deeper into the particular company, right? Just a quick eyeball. Right? So I'll have to do some more research on it, but looking at it for the looking at it in quick research, it don't look too bad at all, right? When you compare it to its what you call it, its counterparts. One second. We'll hold off on that. He's asking my OAS. What time is it right now? The real reason, Prince, I'm from Dallas, Texas. If you can only buy one stock for the rest of your life, what would it be? Ooh, if I had one for the rest of my life, it'd probably be a consumer staple. And what I mean by that is a consumer staple is going to fall into the lines of big, strong brand like Coca-Cola. People are going to buy it regardless of what's going on. People still buying Coca-Cola products. Strong earnings, strong money, stuff like that. So it'll probably be, to be honest with you, come top of my head, probably be a company like Coca-Cola. A company that's going to, when the economy is doing well, people buy. I got the hiccups. Give me 1 second. So when a company is doing well, it's going to do well. When the economy is doing well, people buy it. When the economy is going down, is buy it. Has a nice dividend that it pays. It'll probably be Coca-Cola. I won't be very rich, but I won't be poor either. Who would have thought, for all my people out there, who would have thought that Blockbuster would be gone right now? Who would have thought that? Nobody would have took that bet, right? Let me say we're re-entering the depression that May 1939 stock crash was a bull market. Let me see. We are going to enter a depression that will maul 1939 stock market crash. You mean 1929? 1929 was a great depression, right? But we'll see. Right? Hey, G, I just subscribed. Thanks for your video. Very informative. Still trying to figure out E-Trade. Oh, stay here. You know, you got all the videos here. I still put up videos constantly about how to use E-Trade and TD Ameritrade, and you know, it depends on what you're trying to do with it. Oh, your thoughts on JNUG? JNUG, that's an oil company. That's an oil company. It was an inverse ETF oil company. Let's look into JNUG, right? Oh, that was a leverage ETF for gold miners. So for some reason, gold took off, and that was a leverage bullish ETF. People told me about that. I saw that, but hey, nice little bull run for gold miners, I guess. Maybe because of it could be correlated. But I didn't see gold take off Bitcoin success. That's why I didn't see gold take off too crazy. Ooh, IBM versus people asking about Intel. People are saying Microsoft. Y'all give me 1 second. Let's do a quick little. Uh well, since Jerron said it first, IBM versus Intel. So I want y'all to let's take a little poll. Who do y'all think makes the most money? Who makes the most money out of Intel and IBM? That's the first question. So we're gonna look at who makes the most money, who has the most debt. We'll look at money coming in. We're gonna look at debt. We're gonna look at who has the biggest cash pile. Stock prices. What else we're gonna look at in there? Ooh, so we no usually, and then we're gonna look at just a quick little look. Let's take a look at it. We're gonna share my screen here. We're gonna look at it. We're gonna look at it all together. So y'all got it right here. IBM versus Intel going down. So first up, let's put up IBM. Most of us know what IBM is already, but let's take a look at it. So IBM stock price is 124. Let's take a look at the finances. Quick look, right? So we can see that total revenue is on a slight decline. 2019, for 20, they made like 3 million less in 2019. I don't know why, but anyway. So once but we're not worried about. Look at the net profit. So they got a net profit of 9.4. Okay, so they're bringing in $9.4 million. Let's look at the balance sheet real quick. So cash on hand, total cash, they have 8.8 million. Right, that's good. Total assets. Total assets of 152 million. Long-term debt of 54 million. And then they have a short-term debt. What is this short-term debt? Current debt is 8.7 million. So their total assets 1.7, 37, should be like 120 something, right? Shareholders equity. Why is it not showing that properly? So total assets of 157, total liabilities of 130. Oh, 131. Goodness gracious. I thought it was just 31. So that should be about 22. $20 million net worth. Now let's take a look at Intel. Just a quick little synopsis. We didn't even get into cash flow. Intel Corporated is $59. Has a net income of 21 million. Cash pile of 13 million. Has a current debt of 3.6 million and a long-term debt of 25 million. Total assets of 136. Liabilities of 58. A net worth of 77 million. All right, so y'all saw how I did that quick little financial balance sheet. So we're gonna talk about it. Let's talk about it. So IBM versus Intel. We just looked at the quick financials, right? So the price, IBM is $24, Intel $59. Money coming in, IBM in 2019 brought in 9.4 million. Intel Link brought in 21 million net income after they brought their money in, paid all their bills. I'm not really concerned with the gross. I like to see what's hitting the door. So what's hitting their balance sheets or what's coming in, it's just like when you get your paycheck. Do you pay attention to the growth? Pay attention to the net. So hitting the doorstep every last year, 9.4 million IBM, 21 million for Intel Link. The debt. So the debt, long-term debt, IBM had 54 million in debt. Intel only had 25 million, so he had less debt. Current debt, they had 8.7 million. Intel only had 3.6 million. So when you look at the price, Intel got a better price because it's $59, right? Money, you can buy more shares. We're not looking at the price, right? But the money coming into the door, Intel Link has $21 million in net income in 2019. So they had about 3 times as much more money, double the money of IBM coming into the door. A lot of money coming in. Why do they have more money coming in at IBM? I don't know. Maybe they got a competitive advantage. Maybe they have something going on, but they have definitely making more money. Then we look at the debt. Intel, not only are they making more money, they have less debt. Then we look at the cash pile. Who has the total amount of cash on hand? IBM only has 8.8. Intel Link has 13 million. 8.8 million versus 13 million. So Intel Link has way more cash on hand, almost double. Not as quite, probably about 40% more cash, 30-40% on more cash than IBM. You look at the total assets. IBM has total assets. They got total assets of 152 million. Intel Link only has 136 million. So total assets, IBM has a little bit more total assets, but when you subtract out their total liabilities, guess who wins? Intel. Intel Link, once you subtract out of their total assets, they have 77 million is the network. IBM network is 20 million. So just from a quick synopsis, quick look at it and whatnot, these are two companies in the same industry. I got to go with Intel. Just looking at their finances. What y'all think? Do I drop the microphone? Do I drop the microphone like that? Boom. Right? So that's just my quick little look. Two companies in the same industry, kind of doing the same thing for the most part. And you're looking at who has the most debt, who has the most money coming in. Not only who has the most money coming in, who's also can keep more money, who has a bigger company. Because when I look at those key matrices, that can not matrices, but metrics. When I look at those key metrics, that kind of tells me, put me in a realm. Who is managing their money better, right? So Harloon Financial said he want to go with Microsoft, but yeah, we just did that one long term. Oh, okay. Tulsa said your long term. How much money do you have? Is $3,000 your only amount of money you have? You're talking about putting $3,000, right? Putting $3,000 into index, is that's all your money and whatnot? Archie said, "What do you think is going to happen about Apple making their own chips?" I have to look into that one. Apple making its own chips for their phones or whatnot. I'm not sure. I think they'll do pretty well with it. just from my outside look. I'm not 100% sure on it, but from what I've seen of them, they've done pretty well with rolling out technology so far, executing at the highest level. Is what I mean to say. You know. Um, Give me 1 second. Oh, so I can stream right into the group. Okay, got it. Okay, what else we got here? What Hi Prince, what are some low risk, high reward stocks you recommend? Do you think we could wait to see if the market falls? Low risk stocks may sound crazy. With a high reward, if you want low risk stocks, you can go to consumer staple, like a Coca-Cola, uh, things that we use regardless, consumer staples. Procter and Gamble, those are pretty safe ones. But if you also want to get that growth with it, you got to go to the tech side of the house. You want to go to the tech side of the house, Prince. How can I get in a technology company and not be that risky? You got to go to the big boys with a lot of cash on hand, who can weather through the time, who has good management of their capital, and you have to go with that, right? And when the big boys are people like Apple, the big boys are people like Microsoft, that's in the MAGA, Google, because the likelihood of Amazon folding or Google just evaporating is a whole lot less than Joe Blow Technology Company that's a penny stock right now or that's trading for $3 right now. So if you want to grow, if you got to go to technology company, so I would say pick a technology company with a lot of cash, a strong brand that can weather through this storm. You got to look at the MAGAs: Microsoft, Amazon, Google, and Apple. Oh, Kevin said he's betting on short, so he's shorting the market right now. That means he's thinking the market is going to go down, right? So he makes money if the market goes down. I know he got that DRV too, and he's collecting a dividend. One drop in general. Are you a bull or bear getting into REITs right now? Moreover, leverage REITs like RML. No, I'm not. I'm bullish. I mean, I'm bearish on real estate because I'm still wondering who's going to pay all these leases and mortgages. And I think that even if the economy open up tomorrow, I don't think everybody's going to be like, man, you know what? Cheesecake Factory, here I come. Chili's, here I come. Applebee's, woo, I'm on the way. I don't think everybody's going to run into the market like that. Like, me and my wife go out to eat every Friday night, right? For dinner. And so when everybody look at you, right? When everybody looks at you, when I look at all the companies across the board, all these companies are deferring their payments. Their companies are going into forbearances. Forbearances are just deferring their payments. That's deferring. That means they're not eliminating. So if I didn't have the money then, if my restaurant is closed for 3 months and I'm losing like I don't know what, now my restaurant finally gets back open. I don't think people are just going to be like, "What? The gym is open?" Everybody and mom is going to run back into the gym and just start working out like crazy. I don't see that happening, right? I think some people will slowly get there to consumer confidences get down, right? I mean, come back. So I don't know. I won't buy it. Oh yeah, we got that, Jerome. We got that right. Oh, proof print. Proof print. Give me 1 second. We'll probably come back to that one. I probably ain't got time for one more too, because I gotta head out of here and jump onto another show here shortly. James Bond, I read an article, Boeing, that it stated. First of all, James Bond, I don't like you reading the article, but okay, but that's cool. He said he read an article that Boeing, that they stated the company has 24 billion in cash and got a 17 billion-dollar bailout. Some board members quit, stating that it wasn't needed for the company. Would you invest? So let's look at Boeing then, real quick. Let's see how much cash Boeing had in 2019. And you know what? Let me show you guys and girls how to fish even more. I'm gonna show you guys and girls. We're gonna go deep today. You know what? This is the last one for the day. We're gonna go in here. So we're going to look up the SEC filings for Boeing. Let's try to see what we got here. .gov, SEC.gov. There we go. There we go. So now we're on the SEC.gov. We're going to go to filings. We're going to go to company filing search. Then we're going to look at Boeing. All right. Is it Boeing? Boeing. I'm trying to make sure I got the right one. Boeing Capital, Boeing Aircraft. All right. This is the Boeing Company aircraft out of Seattle, Washington. Let's go back to their. I'm gonna look up their 10K. So this is their 10K. Go to documents. After I go to documents, I'm gonna go to this document. Straight coming from the FEC, right? Okay. So this is Boeing's 10K report that they reported to the SEC for last year, 2019, for the fiscal year December 2019. Let's go right here. Now let's take a look at their finances. Let's look at selected financial data. So this is in millions too. So they had 76 million in revenue, cash and equivalents, total assets. So they got total assets of 137 million, 133 million. So look at this. If this is their total assets, right? Of 2019 calendar. If they got 133 million, where did they get that from on cash? So let's take a look. Let's take a look. Okay. Right here. Cash equivalent. Let's go back down here. Let's look at the consolidated balance sheet. I'm sorry about that. Where is it? Selected financial statements. Let's take a look at the balance sheet. We got the income, earnings per share. We got the cash flow. Let's go with the financial position. Assets, total assets. Right here, as of December 31st of 2019, their total assets was 133 billion, right? So current cash they had on hand then was 102 million. And right here it says dollars in millions, right? So this is telling me in millions. So that 24 billion sitting in cash, I don't know nothing about. You know, unless they got some big payout right here, but this is what they turned in assets. Unless I'm reading something crazy, unless I'm misinterpreting something like that, this is what I'm seeing. Because this says dollars and millions. Total assets 133 million. And it's saying right here cash and equivalent. They got cash, they got short-term cash. What else they got in here? Other assets, inventories. I always look at total current cash. Right here they said 102 mil. 102 million. So I don't know where you get that from. So I don't know what type of article you was reading, James Bond. Unless something changed over the last day or two, or since the what you call a report. I don't know. But y'all see how I kind of did that deep dive? Not a deep dive, but a little dive. That came from the SEC.gov. That's what Boeing turned in. That's what Boeing said, not what CNBC, Yahoo. That's what Boeing said they had on the books as of December 2019. Okay, let's see what we got in here. In a vacuum, do you prefer dividend or growth? In a vacuum, what do you mean by vacuum? In what regards do you mean by the vacuum? For me right now, growth. If I'm trying to preserve capital, dividend. If I'm trying to grow capital, growth. If I can get both, great. Took an AIU as my go. Don't miss out. AYU is a gold mining company. Apparently, gold mining companies took off like crazy. Yes, investing into an index fund cannot be a bad idea, but it all depends. I can't look at you, but yeah, everybody go invest into an index fund. Depending on your situation. If you're trying to, because think about it, person A is trying to invest and sit there and buy a house. I'm trying to buy a house in October. Should I put my money into an index fund? Probably not, right? But if I'm looking 5, 10, if I got a 9-year-old son, I'm trying to see him to college, index fund might be a good fit. So it all depends on your time horizon too. USO, I think that's oil. No, Lawman, Mr. Lawman, I'm done with. No, I don't have time for oil. Too bipolar for me. AG said my boyfriend said Coca Cola always goes up 3% a year. He might be lying though. That the stock goes up 3% a year. Um, the stock or the growth or whatnot, but it's a consumer staple. It pays 3% a year in dividends. I know that off the top of my head, but it's how the stock perform year over year. It doesn't beat the S&P 500 for the most part that I've seen over 5, 10 years. In a bull market, it doesn't beat, but in a bear market, it doesn't lose either. So it's a good staple company, pays a nice dividend. That's what I pretty much know about that one. CW said, right. How you doing, Miss CW? Jerron said Intel. Everybody saying Intel, IBM, Intel, more money. Exactly. Some people saying IBM. Intel makes the chip, which goes into damn near everything. So I could see why. So I could see what they think it is Intel. Oh yeah, J. Ryder, what's going on? He said Intel makes the chip, which goes into damn near everything. So I would think it's Intel. Yeah, Intel, which was a bad boy. I'm still baffled. Chipotle's $800. It went up like $100 yesterday. Ooh, Chipotle. Chipotle to me, the stock looks overvalued, but I haven't looked inside their finances. Metro Smalls, okay. Terrell Jones. Terrell Jones says, "What up, Prince? Love the game that you've been given. Hope you stay." All right, I gotta get off here in a little bit. I got another show to job on, right? To join, I gotta do a quick episode somewhere else. But it says, "What up, Prince? Love the game you've been given. Hope you stay blessed, and let's get some more thumbs up." Quick question. I heard you say that you're a fan of aluminum. What is your bull case for aluminum long term? Aluminum, about that company, aluminum. Let's look into aluminum. I know some people that work there, right? And they tell me about the company all the time. I watched it. I watched the company grow. It definitely took a short term dive, but it's been a company that I only heard of aluminum because aluminum. If I'm saying it right, alumina. That's how you say it, alumina. So hopefully I'm not butchering that too. But essentially, what you say about that company is that I have two pretty close friends of mine that work there, and they've been telling about that company for years. Prince, got hey man, I work for this great company called Alumina, blah, 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 California, it's in San Diego, and I kind of started following the company, and that was my case for it. The cash that it had, the way that it grew, some of the great stuff they were doing. So it's a little bit. I just didn't look at their finances. I kind of knew the people that was working for the company, and I kind of started following the stock. That's kind of like my being a little bit closer to a little bit closer to. Don't know what happened there, but okay. Wayne says, "Good job, bro. Appreciate it." Can I get a thoughts on index fund? Thoughts on NWL consumer staple? I'm gonna do a quick Google search on that one. Newell Brands. Not 100% sure. I'm not 100% sure about Newell Brands, but it's a profitable company and pays a dividend. I'm not 100% sure on that one. Gold stocks up. Well, gold mining companies have been up more than gold, particular gold in itself. Courtney Rogers CH went up $11 a day. CHK. Is that Chesapeake? I'm trying to get to everybody's stuff before I gotta run. I gotta get out of here. CW, C6 crying. Okay. AG, today I learned to check companies' info on debt. He said, I brought WLL oil this week and it went up to 70 cents to $2 in one day. Then I read the company filed for bankruptcy. Ah, you got to look at the finances. Courtney Rogers says Boeing is dead. Boeing has with the airline stocks, the airline industry, but you got to think about it. You got companies like, they got a lot of government contracts. AG says, so informative. Thank you. James Bond said, thanks, Prince. Thank you, Prince. See, exactly. James Bond. Hey, Prince, man, I read this article that said Boeing got 24 billion. I'm like, in cash. Oh, that's a lot of money. So, but I don't know. That's what the annual report says. Some difference. When you get a chance in your free time, check out Mercy, Marcy. I used to work for them. Okay, ain't gonna be hard to check out Mercy. Loomer says, great discussion, Prince. Anytime. Thoughts on gold? My problem with gold right now, when the market goes up, gold goes up. When the market goes down, gold goes down. But it doesn't go up as much as go. It doesn't go up as much as the regular market. It doesn't go down as much as it's just I don't like it, man. Right now, it did good when we print money, it does good, but I don't have time for that, man. It's just right now. I'm just IAU, GLD, when I'm looking at them, they when the market goes up, they go up just a little bit. When the market goes down, they go down. I'm like, I want you to be kind of inverse. You're like bipolar. You don't do good when the market is doing good. You don't do good when the market is doing bad. So if I was a regular person, just jump into the index or get the crap. That's how I look at it. Manny Davis says, quick sidebar question. Which has all if you had 600 laptops, which has all profitable metals, what would be your first call? If I had 600 laptops, which has all profitable metals, what would be your first call? Does he mean $600? 600 laptops? I'm lost, Manny. He said, AG said, lesson learned. Gary TV, excellent podcast. Keep them coming. Oh yeah, definitely. Thanks. She said, thank you for your valuable insight. Thank you. Okay, cool. All right. Anyway, guys and girls, I got to get out of here. I got to get ready to broadcast to another show. Y'all hit the thumbs up button. Y'all share this around. Glad to catch y'all in for Friday. I'm going to come back and give y'all some more great episodes. But that's a quick little topic I want to do. Glad I can help you guys and girls out. But I'm doing a lesson on E-Trade. It's a private lesson for this group to do a little E-Trade lesson. So, yeah, I'm going to do that. And I'll see you guys later. All right, cool. Peace.